So when you look back now, do you see things like either people you met or things that happened or events that you see as pointing you toward a religious life?
What was made clear to me, especially through the example of my mother and then the people that I got to know at church, was that faith was important. No matter what direction you went in life, no matter what vocation or job you would have in life, it was clear to me that being a person of faith was something to be valued.
Did you join the Norbertines or become a novice shortly after graduating from college?
I graduated from college in 1985. What I was noticing was the idea of being a priest or doing some kind of ministry it was like a stubborn whisper. That's the image I would use. Near where I grew up, about a half hour away, was a monastery of men called the Norbertine Order. Every day, I know that I do something that was shaped or influenced by what I learned at that experience with the Norbertines.
What about being a priest brings you the most joy?
Most priests in these surveys that are done say that the thing that gives them most joy is preaching, celebrating the sacraments with and for people, and the kind of pastoral encounter, the one-on-one, whether it's sitting with somebody in the hospital or sitting with somebody who just needs to talk, that there's a great sense of satisfaction on a deep level. This is really worth doing, and it's why I'm doing this. This is why God called me to this in the first place. So I would say that, and it's happened several times recently, people will come and say to me, 4 years ago you gave a homily about whatever. And I have no recollection of the homily. They will say, this is what I heard you say. And sometimes what they heard me say is not what I said, but it doesn't matter because God was at work in that. And they will say, that changed my life. What I heard in that sermon did this. What you said answered a question that I had been wrestling with. What you said in this presentation helped my spouse and I work through a problem that had been daunting to us. And that usually happens, in my experience, with me being completely unaware of that. I'll often walk out of Mass and say, boy, that was a terrible homily. That we're not going to publish that one, And someone will walk up and say, that's just what I needed to hear. And I go, yeah, I can't believe that. But I've learned to believe it because it just reminds me that God is working in all of this in a way that's mysterious to me. And to have another human being say, something you said or did changed my life for the better. I mean, what more can you ask for in life, And it's like Father Jim and Father Dan at my first parish, just doing what God wanted those two priests to do, and they were making a positive impact on other people. And if anybody can look back on their life and say, I made a positive difference in other people's lives, I think that's a life well lived.
Well, amen. And thank you for the joy that you bring us. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Great to have a chance to talk with you today.